Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Mike Shea holds the show together as guest co-host, and Aaron Phillips stops by to talk to us about street comedy in the Oregon District. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
Pointed sticks? Oh, we want to learn how to defend ourselves against pointed sticks, do we? Getting all iron mighty, eh? Fresh fruit not good enough for you, eh? Oh. Well, I'll tell you something, my lad. When you're all walking home tonight and some homicidal maniac comes after you with a bunch of Logan Breeze, don't come crying to me.
All right, we're back on the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith. My guest host for the week, the magnificent. Did I use magnificent?
You've used that one already.
I use that. The fantastic,
sure.
Mr. Fantastic.
There we
Mike
go.
Shea is sitting in as guest co-host this week, and we have switched over from Real Talk with Chris Mohan to Surreal Talk with Aaron Phillips.
Yeah, there's not a lot of real.
What's that? Not a lot of real.
Not a lot of real.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We have to switch from real every now and then. It's so rare to have real conversation on the Life Radio Show that when it happens, sometimes we just have to switch back quickly. So glad you're here, Aaron. Thanks for.
It's great to be here, to be your reality, your unreality
My
check.
unreality
Like, oh
check.
man, things got too real.
It's our break from reality.
Yeah. So how have you been?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, you're still sporting the leather motorcycle jacket. That's
Oh, I'm gonna beat that dead horse till it's like 90 degrees.
Absolutely.
Just because I can shut it again. I wasn't able to wear it for like 4 years.
Yep.
And-
So how much in the challenge? You're part of the.
I think I don't know who all's even still doing it anymore. I think I'm
I think
the
John
last man
quit.
standing.
Yeah,
John,
I think Travis.
John
kinda
Morris
did
is
it,
on the
too.
record saying he's out.
Yeah.
But Travis is lifting weights, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm gaining on this muscle." So,
so it's not fair. For him. He's gaining all the muscle, and that's keeping him from losing. Yeah, I understand.
It's a real problem. You ever get too swole? That's his problem.
You ever just get too much muscle on you, boy? That's what
He's ripping his car door off. It's like,
Dang it.
here we go
That's
again.
the third one this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're looking fantastic.
Yeah.
So keep going. Don't worry about the rest of them dropping.
Oh no,
out.
I'm not. I was never.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was never about them.
The joke was that whoever loses would have to go perform on stage in a dress. They said, but everyone was like, "Well, it wouldn't really bother me." Not that
I was gonna say
professed to do that, but it's like that's not the end of the world. Like I don't know, I could probably. I'd just do a regular set and
yeah.
Never
not even
acknowledge
shave,
it.
right. Stubble. I would maybe even like smear on some makeup, but
Well,
it'd be terrifying, folks.
I've seen
Visualize that at home.
I've seen you perform in a Superman onesie and with children's toys on stage. So you in a dress is really not that far fetched.
It'll mess up my
tame.
whole rhythm. I'll look ridiculous.
We can't have that.
But no, we were like, then what's the winner get? It's like, I don't know, the chance to dance with your daughter at their wedding. Maybe, or like, I don't know, see your feet, like that type of cool stuff. Like that's the true winning prize.
Get to live.
Yeah.
So how much have you lost so far? Did I already ask you that? I don't remember.
Oh, well,
I'm not even sure where I am.
it's
anymore.
different. There's different weights when I weigh at home. Because I'll come sopping wet out of the shower, everybody. And then there's
fully clothed.
That didn't take long.
In the Superman.
Yeah,
onesie.
I'll be in one of those old timey striped bathing suits. And now but I'm doing that kind of cheat clothing math where you're like, oh well, at the gym I got to wear shoes. They want you to wear shoes on the scale, which I've never heard before anywhere else. But they're like shoes, and obviously I'm going to be fully dressed, like. My business suit, I mean, workout clothes and workout shoes.
Well,
but I'm still trying. We'll take add 5 pounds off from that and a pound from gaining muscle.
If the weigh-in was in the locker room, you'd probably be the only one fully clothed.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that bothers me the most about the gym is all the swinging.
Exactly. No, we
swing low.
I have not.
Everybody hangs out.
I have not had the
pleasure. Over 70.
I have not had the pleasure of stumbling upon that, but I've heard some stories. That was when I first told people that I was going. Believe me, one of those people that tells everybody, "Look what I'm doing."
Yeah, going to the gym, guys.
Yeah. Oh, no big deal.
Yep. Let me put this on Facebook.
Yeah.
do you Facebook Live your entire workout routine?
No.
Just getting that heart rate up. Gotta get that target heart rate, guys.
Talking about it.
Like and subscribe to this video if you want to see me do some pull-ups after this.
Talking about pull-ups has been clinically proven to do nothing.
Exactly. Yeah.
But no, it's probably 17 or 18 pounds. It was 20, and it's fluctuated, and I'm trying to not check it every day because I was stressing out over that.
You can't check it every day.
Last time I checked we'll say it was 18.
Yeah, that'll ruin you if you check it all the time.
I'm a third of the way where I need to be.
About 10 years ago, I was cast in a movie that never got finished, and at the time I was like 340 pounds. I was the heaviest I'd ever been. And I was cast in this movie, and they told me what my costume would be. And I immediately, the next day after I found out I was definitely cast, it wasn't going to film till the summer, and this was like January, I went out and joined a gym. And between January and we started filming in August, I dropped from 340 to 225.
Wow.
I was in the gym.
Crap.
I was in the gym 6 hours a day.
Okay, well, there you go. Yeah.
My costume was a loincloth and a vest.
Oh, yeah.
Not a closed
you find
vest.
a way to lose that 100 pounds.
Yeah, not a closed vest, an open vest, just a leather vest.
Jeez.
I was basically.
This movie somehow never got finished?
Never got finished. But no, I went from 340 pounds to about 225 and just around 6-8 months time.
You're like, and then when you're done, when you come back to film the movie, they're like, I did all this for nothing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's
There's
why
no other benefit to doing this.
That's why I gained it all back. It's like, well, if I'm not going to be in this movie.
Bring on the Cheetos.
Yep, let's get this back quick. I ain't got time to mess around.
Yeah.
But no, when I was going to the gym all the time, I met, you ever watch Family Guy?
Yeah.
I met Herbert in real life. I met Mr. Herbert in real life.
Oh, man.
And I'm in the locker room, and this guy had to be like 75, and of course walking around free to the world as it were.
Yeah.
And he just comes up, and I hear this behind me. That's a nice gym bag.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, and I'm out. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no,
You've ruined working out for me.
That just cracked me up. I was like, oh, it's Herbert.
I change in the bathroom, and I hope this doesn't gross people out. I do go straight home afterwards and shower, but I do not shower at the gym. I'm not. I've had too many close calls.
Yeah.
I've heard stories. One guy said he walked in, and you don't just burst into the gym like Kramer going into the apartment. You got it very carefully. Hello?
Yeah.
Unless that's what you want to see.
I just run right in.
Yeah. Hey! Breaking news, everybody! But no, there was a guy.
On Facebook Live.
Grandpa!
Just in case.
There was a guy, and it's hard to act out over the radio, but he had his arms raised, standing with his legs out.
Jesus.
Underneath the hand dryer.
Why?
letting the glory of the hand dryer shine down upon him. Yeah.
He was like 80, so it was just like a windsock going.
Oh my God.
Well, see, I go to the Kettering Fitness Center, which is in my backyard.
They stopped letting him do that outside, so
I go to the Kettering Fitness Center, which is basically my backyard, so I never use the locker room. I walk to my house from the gym, so I never. Yeah.
Well, that would be a benefit.
That's yeah. You know, I always thought signing up for the actual gym membership would motivate me to go. It turns out I'm totally cool blowing $100 on and just not getting use out of it.
I'm a member of a gym right now. Yep. $40 a month.
They still charge you whether you're there or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, they don't skip a day.
No.
I really plan to go back. I do.
It's going to get harder when it gets warmer.
It does that.
Because you'll tell your mind that, I'll just walk around outside, and it's great. No, you gotta. It's great to keep you on task, and especially me. Like,
I'll just walk around outside, and then you sit down on the lawn eating Cheetos.
It just, I mean, it takes me forever to get there during the day because I'll do other stuff, ADD, and talk myself out of it or anything. But when I am there, it is all business. I do work out. I mean, I'm not
all
like
all business.
I'm walking. I'll do the walking track and the elliptical, and I'll maybe daintily go over to one weight machine because I'm so intimidated by those guys. I barely go. Travis has really helped me figure out the weights very much.
You don't grunt and make sure everybody knows you're lifting.
Oh, there are people. Oh my God, yeah, there are people. They make it
arm day today.
Yeah, loudly.
Yeah. I always love the ones that have to work out, lift, looking into the mirror.
Yeah,
you are so in love with yourself in those weights, aren't you?
Anything I could avoid, I'd prefer there to be less mirrors.
Exactly. I don't want to look at any of this.
If I can see me, everyone else can see me.
Yeah, you can't hide behind the weights either.
No.
Especially when you first start out because you're wider than the weights are and you're not lifting as much. So, I mean, once you've been going for a while, you might drop down and you can hide behind one of the weights. But
I'm always so self-conscious at the gym. Like, I'm afraid that while I'm working out, people are going to be looking at me, judging me. Like, look at Fatty trying to not be fatty.
Yeah. Look at you.
You're trying so hard.
Yeah, good for you. Here's the cookie.
Well, the walking track.
You're doing it wrong, but good for you.
The walking track is great to mess your self-esteem up, to get just passed constantly by elderly women.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
And they're lapping me and trip them, yeah. But
did that hurt, Edna?
I'm just glad to be, the lady said it didn't matter what lane you're using on the walking track as long as you're even there, so.
Mm-hmm.
I like to go the opposite direction as everybody.
Well, there's a guy that goes backwards. I've seen him.
Yeah. Well, where I used to go, they'd have directional signs. So where it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you'd go this way. And it's like, why? Are you wearing out a different part of the track?
Yeah.
Are you
I
trying to keep it all even?
Yeah. Let's keep it different.
Yeah. Why don't we just go the same way the whole time? That
we don't
way
want
nobody
dips.
gets confused.
We go the British way today. We're going to be on the left side of the road.
Yes, today he's walking on the track. Today we're Australian. That was terrible.
My problem has always just been self-motivation. Is like, if I have someone to work out with, I'll do more. Mostly because I'll have that person saying like, "Come on, man!" Like, but if I go by myself, I will find any excuse to stop early or just not even go.
See, if I have a workout partner, I'm going to talk them into screwing off.
Yeah.
That's the way I do it. It's like, nope, let's go have a donut. That sounds a lot better.
Yeah. Especially the donut place you go to.
Hey, it's fantastic.
Those are some of the best donuts I've ever had.
I'd advertise for them, but they're not paying me.
Yeah, exactly. Get
Not
on
even
it.
paying you in donuts?
Actually, I'm kidding. I'll go ahead and say they hang flyers for Wiley's up when I ask them to. So, yeah, all bricks there in Englewood. It's a great donut shop there.
Ooh.
They're great.
Oh, yeah.
I want donuts.
I haven't had one of those in a while.
Well, let me tell you where to go.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
No, I don't want to throw you off track.
Oh, I've learned too. I was immediately cutting everything out, and then if I did have like a slice of pizza or something, I'd freak out. And then I was like, no, it's okay. But you just gotta. What I've started doing is not monetizing, but I'm looking at calories on stuff and how much of your time it would take to work that off. And it's like, well, I could eat this, but that's one donut could be like. Yeah,
some people count calories. You'd think that's an hour on the treadmill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it would. Yeah, one donut would be one gym session. Really, I mean, so burst your bubble, but it can be done. But then you're just sort of breaking even too. Like
see, that's how my wife keeps from buying too much when she goes shopping. And she calculates how many hours she has to work for that thing, and it's like, nope, not worth it.
No, and that's helped me a lot. Is what I've started to do. But before, I'd be like, "Oh no, was there sugar in that? I'm gonna die!" Like I don't know, and you can't deny yourself. You can't cut everything out like that.
You have to have a break every now and then, even if you're doing fantastic like me. You have to take a break from eating healthy and just have.
That's why I like the no carb
diets. Don't go
diets.
have a donut because that might put you right over the edge.
Yeah,
that's why those no carb diets are so bad. It's like you can't just cut them out altogether because then your body's like, "Where's this thing that I've been missing?"
Right.
It drives you nuts. And then the next time you see a bowl of pasta, you're like, I'm going to eat that whole damn thing.
I haven't missed pasta.
Really?
I still have had bread. I've had lighter bread. The thing I used to get all the time, and I don't really miss it, though, is bagels. And they're the worst for you.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I would eat bagels. I would have 2 bagels probably for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, you put butter, sour, cream cheese, or jelly, or a bunch of other, stuff on them. But I haven't missed pasta.
Deep fry my bagels.
Yeah.
Deep fry them with ketchup and mayonnaise and.
Well, I've been on this liver cleanse diet because my doctor was like, you've got fatty liver syndrome. Now, there's 2 kinds of those. It could be alcoholic or non-alcoholic. I said, well, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, doc. Flip a coin with me, but it's like I cut out like red meat for the most part.
Yeah.
Which hurts, but it's like, but we encourage you to eat all the chicken, fish, and turkey you want. And I'm like, oh, you're hurting me.
Yeah.
I have to eat chicken? Oh,
That's
no.
terrible.
Oh, God. So,
Yeah, I've cut out red, and fish. Fish is great. I haven't really missed red meat. I mean, I had bacon with breakfast.
I don't eat a lot. Well, bacon's not really red meat.
Right, yeah. Oh, it's its own thing.
But bacon's just bacon. Bacon's its own food group.
It is. It also encouraged me to eat a lot of garlic, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's good for your heart, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I've been drinking red wine, a lot of red wine. That's supposed to be good for you. Good for the, never mind.
Now, I have to watch a lot of what I eat because I had gout several years ago, and that right there, you talk about something that will change your diet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I don't drink like I used to, because I used to drink way too much, and beer is one of the worst things for gout. And when I first developed gout, I don't think I drank a beer for a year and a half because I have never experienced a pain like that before. It's one of the worst things. It looked like I had a golf ball stuck to my big toe. That's how much it swelled up. I couldn't wear a shoe. I was going to work.
Oh my God.
I took like a week off of work, and when I went back, I still couldn't put my work boots on. I had one steel-toed work boot on, and I had one slipper on the other side. I was just hoping that nobody would notice. Kept walking with a cane wearing a slipper. Well, it's like, yep, this will be fine.
No, I hadn't planned on getting gout, but said that I think I'll try not
don't.
to.
Yeah, because you wouldn't like it.
No,
I don't think stand-up comedy would be a lot more painful.
It's
already painful enough.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you're getting ready to do the shows back in the Oregon district. So.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
What is it named this time?
This time I'm going to call it the District After Dark comedy show. And we're going to do these on the first Friday of most months. Although June I'll be out of town, so it'll be the second Friday that month. But this coming Friday, April 6th, we'll be starting about 10 o'clock, and it's 440 East 6th Street, 5th Street. God, Aaron, you had one job. 440 East 5th Street, Dayton, Ohio, in the Oregon District. First Friday, Feathers Vintage Clothing out on the sidewalk. Random people come by. It can be mean. We had one guy hurt all our feelings last time. We all wanted to fight him.
Yeah, I know. I didn't do another show for 6 months after that.
Yeah. No, it just got too cold after that, too. But also we were very all discouraged by one mean man. And that's not encouraged. We don't appreciate that. Keep your hurtful comments to yourselves.
Yeah. Or at least make one and then move on.
That's the beauty of it.
Show.
Nobody's forcing you to sit through it. It's also like we're past the hat at the end, but it's pretty much free. And if you don't want to see, I love. If anything, it scares people away from the store. It's not good for the business at all because people will see it from down the block, cross the street, and go the other side of the street to avoid walking past it.
Yeah.
But the people that do come by do love it, and when it's good, it's great, and when it's terrible, it's terrible. It's like. Such as comedy, I feel like. It's one of those. It's very unique. There aren't a lot of people that. It's something that, as a comic, you need to try because I'm looking forward to it.
It's kind of like being. It's kind of like when the Chapter was still doing shows. You never know what's going to happen, but there's a good chance
you're not going to like it.
R.I.P. the Chapter.
I mean, the show's going to be great because I'm sure you get good comics go up there.
Oh yes, I have a great cavalcade of performers. Including
walk us through.
Yes, we'll go right through there. I'll probably start it off. but it's not about me. It's about the show. I got Olivia Burns, Nick Taylor, Scotty Mays, John Morris, Chris Karwalski, Eric Busio.
Well, I haven't seen Chris up in a while.
No.
Yeah, I was happy to get him. He's a funny guy. Eric Busio, running that show, Roamers, on Tuesdays in Dayton by UD. People know. Adrian Miller, who's done such a great job recording people's sets at Wiley's A to Z Media. Check that out. And I got new to me. I don't know how long he's been doing it, but he's young to me. Trevor Ginsburg, new guy. He's been at Hookah for a couple weeks. He was at Wiley's.
Yeah, he's
2 weeks ago that I was on. I thought he crushed.
He's come to all these couple times too. He does a good job.
Trevor Ginsburg, and then closing it out, we got Travis Charles, local favorite. Gonna do some time. The last time I had him on, it was bad set in a row, and then he gets out there, and arguably, it just happened to be what he was talking about. He happened to say something about Asian people, and a group of Asian people came by, and I put my head in my hands like, oh no, and they loved it, and it was the biggest reaction of the night, and it was like 30 people, and after that, so we're gonna close it out with Travis this time. And I told him he doesn't have to make it all about that, but it didn't hurt before.
Yeah, we're not going to stop you.
Yeah. It was positive stuff too. It wasn't like he's like, this is why they need to leave. I don't know.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
He just does a screed, and they all walk by bemused. Like, look at this crazy man. I don't know.
That's a stacked lineup of people.
Yeah,
that is some of the
excited.
funniest people in Dayton right
I'm
there.
excited, and we got people coming. I know I have next month, May 4th, I have Amber Falter from Columbus so far, and probably TBA for more people for that show. And I'm just excited. The warmer it gets, Fridays and Saturdays are the busiest nights in the Oregon District, and first Fridays are the busiest Fridays.
Because you were doing these Saturdays.
Yeah, and I was doing them inside, and you just have people walk by wondering, like, what the hell's that? And not come in. And,
right.
And I talked about it all last year.
Yeah, it's a wasted opportunity. So.
Yeah. I talked about it all last year. Like, man, I should do these out front. When I did the first one was so good. We had Rand Barnacle from Cincinnati close it out, and it was just he did like 25 minutes at the end, just crowd work of people walking by, just every person that came by. What are you, the two most handsome people on the street? Get out of here, you psychos! But it was apparently one of the other comics from Cincinnati saw this. During his set, these guys were coming out of Ned Pepper's, which is the bar right across the street, which is like the hip-hop bar. It's packed, and I bet those people aren't down there for comedy, but you'll be it's your opportunity to win them over. And this guy comes out, and this is literally what he said. Man, he funny as hell, and just kind of ready to yell. I'm paraphrasing, of course.
Right.
I realized where I was. I was like, I probably shouldn't shout that into the microphone.
Yeah, well, we talked about that in the last hour about how great that word is.
Yes,
but they still won't let us say it on the air, which I'm just disappointed. I mean, I thought this was America. Yeah, I thought we were more open-minded than that here, but no, apparently we have to not say that word.
Well, and here's another thing: the show starting at 10, probably go to about midnight, and I know there's only one show on Fridays at Wiley's, so if you're down for the Wiley show early, come out afterwards, after the show, and it won't, like, conflict. That was the other thing. I always felt bad having it on Saturdays before, because it would kind of end the same time Wiley's second show would we'd both be starting at the same time, and I'm like, why did I do that? So, completely come down if you like Wiley's, and if you're ready for more comedy after the show.
You ain't got to go far.
Yeah, right around
literally turn around and go across the street. You'll hear the sound of the people when you leave Wiley's. It's literally almost right across the road.
There you go.
440 East 5th Street, Dayton, Ohio.
All right, we're going to have to take another break. It's right here at the half the hour, and yeah. I think it's time for break.
Yeah,
because I just forgot where I was for a second. It happens, and we will be back here shortly with the. I'm going to try to think of another
Who's the current president, Don?
Yep, I don't even know. We'll be back to this thing I do on here where I talk into this thing that's pointed at me, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
there's one thing that's true about wrestling fans, it's how much they like to talk about wrestling. Join Aaron Lopez and Ben Norsworthy for the Top Rope Wrestling Podcast.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Tune in every episode and be ringside as these two break down all of the big matches in the world of professional wrestling. Brought to you by Eventide Entertainment.
All right, we are back on the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith, sitting in with my fantabulous co-host, guest co-host.
He's just putting them all together. There you go.
I'm just, if I keep using too many of them. Mike Shea sitting in the guest co-pilot seat.
Woo!
And we're sitting in still with Aaron Phillips, who was regaling us with tales of his comedy life during the break, performing at a cat cafe.
Oh, yeah,
I have to know, were you performing for the cats?
It was a hold on, I'll find out.
Was it mixed audience?
It was a charity. It was a charity event to raise money for the cat cafe. Now, a cat cafe, this particular one, half of it was like a coffee shop, and then there was a wall built up, and it was like a daycare center room, nursery room almost, that you would walk into, and it'd be full of furniture and stuff, full of cats. There would be 10 or 12 cats in this room, and you could sit and play with the cats and pet the cats for a fee. You donated a fee.
Oh, okay. They didn't charge you. They would give us a donation.
A donation to play with these cats, and all the cats were available for adoption. And
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. That's nice.
And
if you like that kind of thing.
It was sold out. I mean, and I guess I was amazed how many people they had. They had like 45 people in there to watch.
A comedy fundraiser for cats.
Yeah. And the cats were separate in their own little room. They did not, because I didn't have any jokes for the cats.
Oh, okay. You didn't have any feline
dogs, am
material.
I right? Like, I don't know.
What's the deal with dogs?
I tell you.
Yeah, this is a tough crowd. I'll tell you, my cat. Yeah. Oh, I got no respect for my cat. Oh, that's just bad. But how did the show go? I mean, I know, were the cats, they were in the other room, so were they just scratching to get in? And
Yeah, they were watching through the window looking sad. No. It was great to see who all was on that show. I rode over there with Dan Seabree and Amber Falter from Columbus, and the headliner was DJ Dangler, who's one of my favorites from
I haven't
Indy
seen him in a while.
and around Indy. He's from all over now, but he calls Indy home, and fun stuff.
Yeah, I'd never heard of doing a show at a cat cafe.
I was asked the night before, and
because a cat cafe is kind of a newer thing. There was,
Dayton just got one.
Dayton just
got
one.
We are on the ball.
Yeah, I smell a show.
I mean,
first beer wagons, now cat cafes.
Yeah.
What is next?
Some
beer
sort of cat propelled beer wagon.
Where it's the little bar on a
where you
trailer,
pedal around.
Yeah,
through that's
$500.
What?
$500
for how many people?
It's just $500, and the more people you get, the cheaper it is for you. But it's $500 to do the beer wagon
so
tour.
Not worth it.
I heard a story once.
I mean, I just get in my car and drive drunk. That's the same thing.
That once they took it through the drive-through at Arby's downtown.
What? Oh, they took the beer.
Those poor
wagon?
Arby's employees.
Oh, that's
like,
hilarious.
Oh man!
Can I take your order?
It's a big order.
I would say so.
Shrieking bachelorette party, all trying to decide whether they want curly fries or waffle fries. Just yelling.
What we need to set up is we need to build a wagon very similar to it, and it will be a rolling comedy show.
Yes.
Oh wow!
That will follow that beer wagon.
Get a mic and a cheap guitar amp.
Just
and
everywhere they go, just follow right along behind them.
Can it just be one of those 2-man hand cars from a train?
That's
with
fantastic.
A brick wall in the back.
Vaudevillian mustaches. What's up with Cole?
The hand crank is just that makes it even better because the visual on that's perfect.
Oh man!
And we don't get. They have like a beer tap on that thing. The two guys on the hand cart, I don't know why I'm assuming they'd be guys, would have those foam dome hats with the beer cans and the straws.
Well, everybody'd have them except you have to take it off to do the show. Because, if it's your turn, would it be an open mic where people just have to run along and hop on?
It's also an endurance test.
I've seen them. I forget who did it, but I've seen some comic did a special, or maybe just like 15 minutes on a party bus, on like a stripper party bus, and they had a megaphone, and they were like a PA system on the bus, like, over here's the tour. But it would just be, he'd be doing his bits, and people could hear it out on the sidewalk, and they'd be going through this crowded area, and he'd be like roasting people he saw on the sidewalk driving by. We thought about doing that. I mean, that's what the Feather Show is going to be, but we'll be in one spot. I mean, there'll be people coming by and
everything except
it's on
the
mobility.
Table. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably
we need a flatbed trailer and a truck.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Feathers on the road.
Just like AC/DC playing the bagpipes. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
Man, so many good ideas
We're
are born on this show. I still like the hand crank. Do we need to hit some news stories? Is it time for some news stories?
Sure.
I always love some news stories.
Yeah, we didn't get to them the last
We didn't,
hour.
no.
All that realness.
Yeah, that got real quick.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll start on some news stories then. A 24-foot tall animatronic dinosaur, which is the best way to start, at a Colorado attraction burst into flames last week in a fiery scene that was caught on video. No one was injured when the Tyrannosaurus Rex at the Royal Gorge Dinosaur Experience in Cannon City caught fire on Thursday. On Facebook, the company said, quote, "Holy smokes, we always knew T-Rex had a bad temper, but today he blew his top. There was an unfortunate electrical issue, and our mighty T-Rex is no longer. You might even say extinct." I don't need to read the whole statement because it's all more silliness. But it says the utmost importance, we assure everyone that we are perfectly safe, if you don't count all the exploding dinosaurs.
I love how their official statement sounded like someone putting together their tight five.
Yeah, I was going to say. Owner of Dinosaur Park, comedy genius. That's the headline.
Taking this to the comedy store.
What do you guys think? I need some notes.
All it cost me was a 24-foot tall animatronic.
My master plan to blow up my dinosaur park just for the jokes.
Just for 5 minutes set. That's all I need. I got an open mic next week.
Thank you.
What they don't know is
let's light
actually,
this sucker.
That was actually they were shooting the next Jurassic World when that happened. So it's going to be
there you go. Yeah.
Directed by Michael Bay this time.
Gotcha. Yeah. Exploding dinosaurs. What will they think of next?
We weren't there. Maybe that's how it happened. Maybe they just went.
It probably made the place that much more exciting.
Yeah,
it really, how Royal Gorge Dinosaur Experience. Does that really sound all that exciting?
It sounds like some
it sounds
high
like
school rock band from the 80s.
We gotta spice this up. Every 12th
Dinosaur Experience.
Every 12th dinosaur has a landmine hidden inside of it. Come on down. You don't know what'll happen.
Yeah, we're going crazy.
C4. Stop by the gift shop.
If you dare.
Or else.
Oh, that's fantastic.
The dinosaurs are extinct, and soon you will be too.
I'm going. That's my next road trip. Let's go. Skip your festival next week. We're heading to Royal Gorge Dinosaur Experience.
Yeah.
Where is this at?
Apparently it's in Cannon City, Colorado.
Ooh.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Oh yeah, it's Colorado. It probably was C4. Okay, but let's hop down. We'll skip this next one for the time being. We'll hop down to since we just covered T-Rex. A new Godzilla statue stomped its way into Tokyo on Thursday. The statue, which replaces a previous version installed in 1995, depicts Shin Godzilla from the film of the same name that was released in 2016. According to Kyoto News, the new statue includes including its platform measures 3 meters, so almost 10 foot high. Not quite as big as the exploding T-Rex. It may not be towering enough to really strike fear into the hearts of those who show up to view it, but it's the thought that counts. Located in an area aptly named Hibiya I don't know. Godzilla Square. The new Godzilla is inscribed with a quote from the 2016 film that reads, "The human race must coexist with Godzilla." That's so not as exciting as an exploding T-Rex, apparently. See, the mind went to other places it's the fire, I think, is what does it.
They tore down there was a previous Godzilla statue there, and they're like, boring. What they do?
This
they updated. He's got like sunglasses on. Yeah.
Well, as probably the only guy in the room who's actually seen the Godzilla movie they're referring to, it is an ugly Godzilla. Like, they made his arms like T-Rex size and made his tail like 5 times as long as his actual body. And he just looks like a zombie, like his ribs are showing. And we need to, this will look great in public. This won't scare children.
Deadzilla?
It looks like zombie Godzilla. So, I don't know.
That's the next great movie.
I'll watch it.
We birthed another one.
Something comes along big as him and bites into his neck. And like, oh my God, what was that? Like, nobody even mentions what that other zombie thing was.
Right.
Now, God. And you thought he was pissed before.
They got to deal with zombie Godzilla first, and then they'll find out why he was changed into a zombie.
Before he just wanted to eat you whole, now he just wants your brain. That's a consolation.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want your brain. Don't worry.
But
you have the rest.
a lot more of it.
Yeah.
It's Godzilla. He's got an appetite. But yeah, the original one was from 95. It was put up in 19, so it was only 11 years old. Apparently, they don't have Godzilla statues don't have much of a life cycle there in Tokyo.
Brings back too many memories. It's just
somebody dressed as a giant moth and tore the other one down.
These movies are dumb.
Matthew Broderick showed up and was like, "That's a lot of fish."
No. Your laser. I remember that damn thing.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't. So we'll move. Never watched the old Godzilla movies. Yes, but I've never watched any of the new ones.
The one that came out in like 2014 was pretty good.
The one with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. The Matthew Broderick one was hot garbage, but.
Matthew Broderick
that's
wears
Matthew
the Kangol hat. That's the movie. That's like the plot synopsis. Like, and runs around.
That's a Matthew Broderick.
Leon the Professional takes down Godzilla. I mean, sounds great on paper, but
it wasn't in a boxing fight,
right?
Yeah, no, we reported on this last week a little bit about a man, a dead man that was trying to get his paperwork together. Days after one Romanian court told a man he was officially dead despite evidence to the contrary, another court has declared that man who was truly dead could still get his driver's license back. A court in the northern city of Iasi, I don't know, it's so many words, Thursday confirmed that Valerian Veloslu should have his license returned and be reimbursed a fine he paid for speeding. Which, I mean, how can you speed when you're dead? He was fined and temporarily lost his license in March 2017, but appealed the punishment in court and won an interim ruling. He died in October before the ruling was final. So he was caught speeding, then died, and they're going to reimburse the fine and reinstate his license even though he died.
And that will bring him back to life.
I guess so. Well, he can drive. Yeah, he can drive again. So
arrested for driving while dead.
A local lawyer, traffic law specialist, told Media Facts Agency that quote, cases like this may seem odd or even sinister, and blamed a legal void. So not really sinister. I mean, it's just kind of strange. It's like, why would you give a license? It's
when you first read the story, it made it sound like they were telling a guy in court, "Sir, we find you legally dead."
Well, that's what happened to a guy last week.
That's right.
He was trying to get back in.
Objection, Your Honor. I'm alive.
Wasn't the same guy.
He
got been really
right.
Weird.
He got deported to his home country he hadn't been to for a long time, where he found out that he was legally dead because his wife reported him dead.
Oh wow!
Like 5 years before.
Oh wow!
So yeah, that's
objection, Your Honor. I'm alive. Overruled,
yeah,
sir. You
I'm
are
sorry.
not.
This paperwork here says another. Yeah.
Call that a life?
maybe he was a comic. I'm kidding. We're all very much alive. It just goes on and on.
Unfortunately.
I have to go over this one. This may be the last one, depending on the conversation. We may do another one. A Mississippi city has denied a proposal for a church by a man named Father Jesus.
Awesome.
Saying he failed to have a professional engineer draw up the plans. Jesus said... As in Father Jesus, the man, not Jesus, Jesus. Jesus said the church he's calling Saints of the Most High wouldn't be very big, just about 12 feet by 24 feet, not very high. And he'd begin with just 3 members. The Sun Herald of Biloxi reports that area residents question what Jesus stands for during a Gulfport Planning Commission meeting on Thursday. Jesus reportedly said he's been diagnosed as paranoid schizophrenic and changed his name to Father Jesus after a revelation that he embodies the Spirit of Christ.
Oh, good for him.
So,
it's good to have a goal.
Yeah,
he knows he knows his lot in life.
If you're going to start a church, why not just officially change your name to Father Jesus?
It'll give people some peace of mind,
Yes. Yeah. So Jesus is his last name. So
we need another church. This one's being run by a man named Jesus. Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. He's probably got something to say.
It's on my driver's license.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really him.
Sorry, you missed it. There's a fellow walking by the window that looked extraordinarily like Jesus as we were talking about this. So.
Oh.
Jesus,
that could have been a sign for us to stop. But I'm saying that it's a sign that we're on the right track.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, 12 by 24 feet is not.
That's
very, very much for the most Church of the Most High.
No.
Unless is that like a contest? Nope, we're the Most High.
Church of the Moster High.
Yeah, we're mostest high.
Church out in Colorado. Trust me,
we're
the most high.
Well, that's in Mississippi. So,
oh, so, okay.
Yeah,
well,
good for them.
Yeah, good for them. It's your answer to everything, Aaron.
Jesus,
good for them. They're
the northern equivalent of bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
I know what
Jesus
that means,
heart.
man.
Mr.
I know.
Jesus, it's please. My father was Father Jesus. Call me Mr. Jesus.
Oh, I don't even know if I should touch on the next one. It's a, yeah, why not? This will be the last one because after this story, they'll probably cut the feed. An event in Kawasaki, Japan, aroused lots of interest last weekend. Of course, that's to be expected with a festival dedicated to the male sex organ.
Huzzah!
Kanamara Matsuri, a.k.a. the Festival of the Steel Phallus, has been a spring tradition since 1969. Of course it has. The Phallic Festival is a spiritual event celebrating both the penis and fertility, held annually. Of course, you're going,
held annually.
Held annually on the first Sunday of April. So this was Penis Festival during Easter and April Fool's Day. So that's a three-way. That's a three-way of a festival if I ever heard of one.
Best Easter.
Yeah. Held on the first Sunday of April.
You see, he's talking about something else.
Right. It's a thing.
Don't
care. Anyway, participants parade gigantic phallic-shaped mikoshi, or portable Shinto shrines, suck on penis-shaped lollipops, and pose with sex organ-shaped sculptures, and get their hands on whatever penis-shaped souvenirs they can grab.
So basically, it's every bachelorette party ever.
For religious reasons. They're very devout. Just for religious reasons.
It's all in the name of
Father Jesus.
I wasn't gonna say it. Yep, and that is officially, this is the last episode of the Life Radio Show. I want to thank you guys for being a part of it.
Every episode I'm on is the last episode. I'm starting to think it's me.
It could be. It snows every time you come in.
It's
like I said, I'm going to have you on in June, and if it snows, we're going to know that you are the problem.
Then I'm just not allowed back.
You're Storm from the X-Men.
So I think that's the show for the day. And
thank you, man.
Aaron Phillips, thanks for coming in. Get out Friday, April 6th at 10 o'clock at night for what's the name of it?
District After Dark Comedy
The
Show.
District After Dark Comedy Show at the Dayton's Oregon District. Put on by the mayor of the Oregon District himself.
Pretty easy to find. There'll be the one platform with the plastic sign that says comedy on it. I'll be spinning that like a car wash sign. Thank you.
It's the comedy show happening on the sidewalk. You can't
like you're buying gold. You'll be spinning that around. So.
Cash for gold.
Which, probably won't be nearly as successful as the comedy shows. Well, thanks for coming in, Aaron. It's always a pleasure to have you. Great job, Mike. As I
worked so hard.
The unbelievable.
Oh, there you
Mike
go. You found another one.
Yes. Well, I haven't believed a word you said. But thanks for coming in. That's I think that's our time, fellas. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Be sure to tune in next week for another fun-filled adventure of the Life Radio Show. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to the Life Podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment's podcast network. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can always stream the show live at wwsu1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email us at thelife1069@gmail.com.
Presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
That's a nice gym bag.